start by just rolling our shoulders. Deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Getting as much of the movement through our shoulder as we can. Big circles. Okay, change direction, opposite way. Four, 3, 2, 1. Drop the head, circle around. When you get in front, change direction, bring back. Again, move the whole way through the neck. Really feel that rolling around each way. One more each direction. Two. Okay, hands on hips. Feet about hip distance apart. We're going to go around the hips and come back. Big circles again. All the way around, all the way back. Okay, one more each direction. I'm going to bring knees together. Hands on knees, keeping our back straight, and again, a little circle around and come back the opposite way. One more each direction. And last one, we're going to step out onto the toe, and again, a little circle with the ankle, all the way back. All the way around, all the way back. You go one more each direction, and now to the side. And one more each direction. Okay, I'm going to start by bringing our arms up to shoulder height. They're going to rotate one hand, so thumbs facing, palms facing the ceiling, and you're going to rotate with the other one as well, thumbs facing. So they're both facing up. Your thumbs will be facing behind you, and we're going to change direction. So they are facing up again, but in the opposite way. I don't really know how to describe this. So big rotation through. We're keeping those shoulders at shoulder height, rotating as much as we can, all the way around and all the way back. Now we're going as far as you can with these as well. If you can't get the full rotation, don't worry. Just trying to move as much as you can through that joint. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, bring it down, shake it out for a second, and we're going to bring it back up. And this time we're going to bring them up. You're going to rotate one way. So one, your thumb is coming around towards it, and the other one, your thumb's going backwards. So it's going away from your face. So we're rotated. So one's one way, one's the other, and we're going to alternate now. We're going to go one, and just alternate each side. Or one's rotating one way, one's rotating the other way. 4, 3, 2, 1, down, shake it. So we're going to stay in that position. You're going to put one arm behind the back, and you're going to take your head and just pull yourself till you feel a little bit of a stretch. So should stretch be along here, so neck, top, the shoulder. I'm just going to hold it there. Then you're going to push against it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Inhale, exhale, so you can move a little bit further. Hold it there. And you're going to push against it again. Very lightly, only about 30% pressure. We don't want to be fighting with ourselves. 3, 2, 1. Let go. And inhale. Exhale once more. Just holding it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Around, other arm goes behind the back. Again, I'm just going to pull that head to the first time you feel a little bit of tension, a little bit of a stretch. Can hold there for a few seconds. Now we're going to push against it for 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Inhale. Exhale, bring it a bit further. Keeping it there for a couple of seconds. Now we're going to push it again for 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Inhale and exhale. Bring it once more. As far just till I feel a little bit of tension. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Okay, next one what we're going to do is we're not going to do the tempo. What we're going to do is we're actually going to push. Put our hands forward and just going to push into it with our neck. 3, 2, 1. Let go. Push in again. For 3, 2, 1. Let it go. And again. 3, 2, 1. Let it go. And once more. 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Now we're going to do one more. Interlock fingers behind the head, and we're going to pull back into our hands again for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. And once more. 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Keep it there for a second. You're going to push your elbows back just as far as you can. Just open up that chest. You're going to hold it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Shake it out. Okay, we're going to come down to our box position. So going onto our hands and knees here. I'm going to start in this position. Make sure we've got a straight line from our shoulder to our wrist and from our hip to our knee. And then we're actually going to roll our shoulders back and roll them forward. So as much around as we can and back. Trying to keep our back as neutral as possible. Big circles all the way around, all the way back. Four, 3, 2, and 1. From there, we're going to drop our head, tuck our hips, push our back up towards the ceiling. Come as high as we can. And back up.
and look up. So drop the hips. Imagine there's a string in between your back, pulling you up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to pull back out with our bum and head comes up towards the ceiling. So again, all the way up. It's a great one for moving our spine. You get any stiffness in your back as well. And up and back down again. And up. 4, 3, 2, and one last one. So hips, push up, back down. Okay, from there, we're going to push our hands over, stretching out our wrists a bit and back. Try and lean as far forward over the wrist as you can, opening up the hands as well. Spread your fingers as wide as you can, so you're going to stretch your hand muscles as well. Keeping as flat as we can here. All the way over and back. Four, 3, 2, and 1. If you want to keep going that way, do, or if you want, bring your hands again, front out, bring them nice and wide out, and then we're going to go, our fingertips are facing the edge of the mat, and we're going to go side, side. If you're not comfortable doing that, stay the way you were a second ago. Four, 3, 2, 1. Okay, come on, come on for a second. Shake out the wrist a bit. Might kiss the hands because they're really stretching them. Okay, come back down to that position. We're going to do fire hydrants next. So we're going to lift one leg up as much as you can without rotating and back. Keep your hands nice and flat and balanced. Keep your core tight. So we don't want to be coming up like this. Come as high as we can and back. Four, 3, 2, 1. Gonna go to the other side now. Again, we're lifting up as high as we can without leaning into it. So just as high as you can without leaning. So lift up, inhale, lower. Four, 3, 2, 1. We're just going to sit back onto the heels for a second, do a little child's pose. Stretching out here. Walk your hands to one side. Back to center. And to the other side. And back to center. We're coming back up into this position now. What we're going to do is we're going to bring our foot out and back. And then we're going to lift. And then we're just going to bring our heel up as high as we can and back. So high as we can. So basically you're trying to bring your toe up towards your ear as much as you can. Keeping that up and not leaning into it as much as we can. Keeping yourself as square as possible. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let it down, and then when we put that heel down, we're going to push, or put our toe down, we're going to push our heel as far towards the ground as we can. So stretching out the calf, so the back of the lower portion of the leg, we're just kind of stretching that out there. As low to the ground as we can. Three, 2, 1, bring it in. Okay, we're going to swap it over again. We're going to bring that foot out straight to the toe, and then we're going to lift up and then push the outside of the foot as close to our ear as we can. Again, we're not swinging, we're keeping our core really tight here. Working on, feel this in the hips, the outside of the hips. Again, we're not swinging, we're keeping ourselves really tight here and just moving through our hips. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back down again and then push that heel towards the floor behind you. Bring that little calf stretch in. Three, 2, 1, back up. We're just going to pull back into that child's pose again for a second. Just straight up. Try to stretch your fingers as far as you can. Three, 2, 1, back up. Okay, we're going to come onto our front here. We're going to start with a little back extension. So what we want to do is hands are our temples. We're going to exhale, lift up as high as you can, and inhale, lower down. Keeping our toes in contact with the mat. Just lifting as high as you can. You can also put your hands by your side if you need to, or out in front of you if you want to make it harder. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we are going to bring our hands in front of us. So, our hands are coming out straight out in front of us, feet are behind us. You're going to lift the opposite hand and the opposite leg. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. Keeping our head on the ground here. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to stay in the position again still. If you want, you can support your head with your hand. What we're going to do is, if you can, you're going to grab one foot and just pull it in towards your bum as much as you can. If it's not stretching that far, even just use your foot itself and just kind of pull your heel towards your bum. So if you can bring it down, do great. And let it go. And swap it over, opposite side. Three, two, one, let it go. Okay, we're gonna come up and we're gonna sit up. Sitting up on our bum. We're gonna bring our legs just as wide as we can, so you know that straddle position. We want to make sure that we can still keep our toes up. So if you are out wide and your toes are falling in, bring your toes in slightly. So we want to make sure we can hold them up here. What we're going to do is we're just going to walk our hands forward and bring our elbows to the floor if we can. If you can't, don't worry, just stay where you are. Wherever's comfortable, we're stretching the inside of our thighs here, opening up our hips. If you can, walk your hands a little bit further after a couple of seconds. And again, walking further if you can. We're going to walk our hands over to one foot and then just as far as you can down the leg, do. So if you're here and your hands are at your knee or shin, don't worry. If you can get further, do. Just whatever is comfortable, we're just going to stay in that stretch there for a couple of seconds. Bring it back to center. And walk them over to the opposite side. Again, just as far as you can, it's comfortable. Don't force it. Bring it back to center. I'm going to do one more each side of that. Over to one side again. Bring it back to center. And over to the side once more. Now bring it back to center. Okay. We're going to bring them back in, bring our feet together. And we're just going to lift our legs up and down, little butterflies. Move those hips we've just been stretching. And make sure we're sitting up tall as well. Four, three, two, one. Okay, we're going to cross the legs now. We're going to put one hand on the opposite knee, lift up, and bring your other hand behind, and just inhale and exhale, twisting around, looking over the back shoulder, just where it's comfortable for you. I'm going to inhale, exhale, walk a bit further. And once more, walk around if you can. And bring it back. Now to the opposite side, now off hand goes to opposite knee. Now we sit up tall. Inhale, walk that other hand back and rotate, looking over the back shoulder. Now inhale, exhale, walk a bit further. And again, once more, you can go a bit further too. And bring it all the way back around. Okay. Our next one, we're going to bring one arm across the body. Just hook in, make sure we're not on the elbow, so either side of the elbow. And just pull in towards your body. If you can bring a little bit closer, do. If you can, stay where you are. And once more, see if you can stretch it a little bit more, only lightly. Okay, let it go, shake it out. Opposite side, again, just pull in as much as you can and stay there. If you can, pull in a bit more. And once more, in a little bit more. And let it go, shake it out. Okay, last one here. I'm going to give you two options. So if you can, you're going to bring your hands, like one hand under the other, and reach around and hold hands with it. Okay, if you can't do that, hold your elbows because you're going to lift up as well. And we're going to lift our hand up and kind of stretch through, again, just the upper body over the top of the shoulders. So just push up, hold those hands. Inhale, exhale, lift up. Okay, let it go, shake it out. I'm going to go to the opposite side. Now you might find one side is harder than the other, don't worry. Again, we're going to try and reach around, holding hands again, and we're just going to lift up. Inhale, exhale, push a little higher if you can. And let it go, shake it out. Okay, we're going to come over onto our knees. We're going to bring one leg forward, one leg back. Going to squeeze that glute from behind, and we're going to push ourselves over, stand up off it, and press back. I'm going to move through the stretch, just going to where we first feel that stretch. Come back up. Open up the front of that hip there. Pushing that knee out. And all the way back up. And open up the front of that hip as much as you can. Okay, on your next one, we go forward. As we come back, we're going to sit back onto the heel. And just bring our hands down. Let's try and stretch out our hamstring. With this, if you put your toe on the ground, it'll be a little bit easier, but you might feel a stretch on the front of the leg. So you can lift it. And if you need to bend your knee as well, obviously do. I'm just feeling that stretch all down the back of the leg. 3, 2, 1. We're going to bring it back up into that first stretch. So again, bringing that foot as far forward as you can. Back up. 3, 2, 1, and once more, let's sit back onto that heel, stretch out that hamstring. And bring it up. Okay, we're going to stop to the other side. Yeah, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Sorry, that's squeezing that glute, pushing yourself forward. Open up that hip. Again, one side might be easier than the other. One might be tighter than the other. It's all normal. Squeeze that glute to push yourself forward and come back off. Three, 2, and on 1, we're going to sit back onto that heel. Just sitting as low as you can, getting a stretch into that hamstring. Feeling that really open up the back. Three, 2, 1. Let's bring it back. Pushing that knee forward and back up. Moving again, move through that stretch. Can you get that toe over, knee over the toe, sorry, without leaning onto yourself, so keeping yourself upright as well. Just as much movement as you can get, just comfortable for you is all that matters. Three, 2, 1. And again, let's sit back once more. Onto that back foot. Keeping that toe pointing towards the ceiling. Three, 2, 1. Bring it up. Okay, we're going to stand up. Interlock our fingers behind the back. Taking our chest forward, keeping our head up, and just lifting up as high as we can. Okay, we'll swap it over, pull forward, drop the head, push our shoulder blades as far apart as you can. From there, let's lift right up overhead,
Push towards that ceiling. Put that on the side. That'll stretch all the way down the side. Back to center. And over to the opposite side. Back to center. Let it go. And you're done, guys. Well done. That was the last one there.